more about what we're doing here. Today is titled Latinas with Self. This is our second Self Wednesdays, which is a series we will start doing every second and fourth Sunday of the month with different team members, contractors, and business people that we've helped throughout this extended time that Self has been here. And you were saying in a sense of time, you guys have been out for a good period of time, but you've done so much for the time you've had, and I think that is just amazing with how many people you've touched. And I'm so excited to be a part and being one of the people who help spearhead the Empowerment Fund. And one of the important things about the Empowerment Fund is that it is an initiative to help increase how much Self is helping all minorities, whether Hispanic, African American, from the islands, Haiti. We want to make sure that minorities are also getting these opportunities to have home improvement loans to make sure they can fix their homes and also become more energy efficient. So to start off the day, I'm just going to allow some of the ladies of Self to introduce themselves with a little information. I have a little information on you guys. I'm going to give you guys a little introduction and just give you a moment just to say something to the audience here who's watching us. We've got a good little audience here today. So I guess first, I'll just go in order of how I have it up here. I met her a little bit. I think I met you originally on Facebook through comments, and then I met you in person when I was running for office, and you and Doug had a great dinner set up, and I was like, these guys are awesome. They had Thai food. I was trying so many things. I love you guys' little circle table. But I would say, you are definitely inquisitive, just as I am, and we have some like common factors in just how our mind works. So I really appreciate the opportunity. I am talking about Duan, who is the Chief Strategic and Financial Officer at Self, co-leads the organization with Executive Director of Settings and implementing strategic goals for Self. As CFO, she has raised over $20 million in loan capital and grant funds since she started working with Self in 2013. With her background in micro lending in emerging countries, Duan created of Self's underwriting methods based on the ability to repay versus credit scores, which has supported $15 million in unsecured loans to mostly low to moderate income families with less than 2% default rate. She has also led the creation of multiple specialized loan programs, and the latest being the septic to sewer loan program in Martin County. I give you guys our CFO, Duan Coward.
Andrade. Hello, everyone. Hola, hola. It's great to be here, and thank you, Henry, for setting this up. We're super excited to have you on board leading this effort with the Empowerment Fund. So thanks for that intro. And I guess for now, I just want to say hola a todos, bienvenidos. Me encanta que estén aquí. I love, this opportunity to just chat, but I'm going to stop and let the other amazing ladies on this panel to introduce themselves, and then we'll open up a conversation. And we really want to share what we have to offer the community, and especially we want to make our fellow Latino, community members aware of what we can do for them. So, Monica, take it away.
Okay, well, my name is Monica. I'm the loan officer for Hillsborough County, and I just took the other counties up north all the way to the Panhandle. Very excited with these new counties. I do project management too, and I have been in the nonprofit sector for around 10 years. Helping my community the best I can do. And I'm very excited. We have a lot of good things to do here. Now, Lori, Abril.
Oh, Abril, you go first. All right. Well, my name is Abril Pavon. I'm the community engagement with Self. I have been here since the last year, which has been a great journey with them. I help in Central Florida and South Florida right now. And my main task or my main mission is going to be to outreach our community and help and share what Self has to offer to them and help those families that are in need.
All right. Well, I guess that leaves me. My name is Lori Gomez. I am the program manager for Central Florida, which includes the Orange County, Volusia, Osceola, Seminole, and Flagler, as well as Lake. We are excited about all of our community that we're being able to provide affordable loans to people that need to get home repairs to keep their families safe and healthy.
Awesome. And I am Henry Duhart, a man of all trades. I do whatever is needed, and I and I learn along the way. But I'm excited for you guys to be joining today. I thought this would just be a great thing for us to do because through conversation with you guys individually, I find that not only you're intellectual, but you are also not only teachers, but also learners. And I think that's a receptive kind of thing that we need to put out there to show people that not only do we have resources, but we're an organization who is here to listen and learn as well. And that's why I love the conversations I've had with each. Well, Monica, this is my first time officially kind of like meeting and talking with you, but I'm sure, you know, all the ladies, I'm gonna keep calling you guys the ladies of self. You guys are all impactful in your own little ways. And I thought the world, at least our Facebook audience, should see that. So we're gonna start with these questions to begin with. Any order, you know, I'll try my best to moderate, but anyone is welcome to respond to these questions. But the one I have, with us actually, you know, talking about this today being called Latinas with Self, we're specifically, you know, also wanting to just show how those who are in the Latin communities, how, you know, self is beneficial for you as a homeowner and as a business person, and how we can help break those barriers that may or may not exist to kind of, you know, let people know that this is just also not a resource, but a program and organization that you can trust. So as women of Latin heritage and working in self, how has your Latin heritage influenced your choice of career and why self?
You got to pick who goes first.
I can tell you what I do or what I have the opportunity to be a housing counselor for first-time home buyers before on a nonprofit organization, and I found that the language barrier it's very it's what has stopped most of our Hispanic Latin people to do a lot of good stuff and to know about a lot of programs and to see what is it that we can do to improve our lives. So I think for us, for self, having people who speak Spanish give these clients more like confidence and understanding in what is it that they're doing. And that's what we're trying to do. That relationship, just like even for me, if I can speak with somebody in Spanish for whatever I'm doing, I feel more comfortable than if I have to talk to the person in English. So language, I think, is one of the big things that we can do to help them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great point. And I want to kind of address the barriers, but I also want to go back for a second and address an issue that Henry brought up a minute ago, which is trust. And I'm going to kind of tie that back into the other question about how my heritage may have influenced my career choice or being here itself. And, you know, it's really something that I've been thinking about more than ever in the past 4 years, having become so self-aware of, you know, who I am, my identity, my color of skin, these things that I had maybe never really thought about before as much. And it's interesting because, you know, I haven't lived in the United States for my whole life. I came back in 2013 to live here. I graduated from NYU in 1990. So that whole gap, I was in Bolivia, I was in Brazil, I was in Mexico. And when I came back, I was just a person who had been, you know, living in different places, a woman, a professional. And then I realized that, that my Latin heritage had several implications in the eyes of others and then in my own. What do I mean by that? It was like, you know, I started to feel like in some cases, I had gone back to when I was 20 something years old, when I would get comments from maybe fellow professionals in the community, men in particular, that demeaned me because I was a Latina. I mean, literally, the comments about, oh, you're a hot Latin chick, ha ha ha, come here, talk to me, be my best friend. And I was like, wait a second, I'm 40 something years old. I have 20 years under my belt. And what it made me realize is that I had to really carry my Latina heritage in a higher standard even than any woman already has to do, just by being a woman in the professional setting, to break down those stereotypes that I encountered. And that was pretty shocking to me. So in conclusion, my theme is always that I am an ambassador to not only my country, Bolivia, but for all Latinas in every moment of my life, and especially in my work. I am representing the Latinas that work hard and deserve and have earned their own respect in the professional world. And how does that make me choose my career? Well, I want to have a career and I want to work in a place where I can influence in a good way, where I can give back to my community, where I can gain respect, but also give respect. So, I was a banker and I could have done just, chosen any other corporate career. But, coming back to this country, living here really made me make a decision. My heritage and my Latina identity made me realize that it was more important than ever to try to become a positive influence, to try to become also a role model for other little girls, including my own two daughters, so that we can be elevated, not only as Latinas, but as women in the professional world. So the last thing I want to say is that Self offered, a perfect opportunity for me, because I had been working in micro lending in Mexico and had done banking in Bolivia. And in Mexico, I was working with thousands of women who were empowered through access to capital. So for me, the access to capital part was always critical in creating wealth. So I thought, well, Self is a micro lending organization. They're coming off a grant. I've been doing this with thousands of women in rural areas in Mexico and Veracruz. So let me try and do something like that to empower our communities here, right here in Florida. And that's what we've done since 2013. I've been with Self, and we've grown from, $1 million in lending at that point to $17 million today, helping 1,700 people. And of those, only 11% are Hispanic. So I think about 24% are either African Americans or Blacks, whether it's Jamaican, Haitians, combination. And the realization is that it's not enough. We want to do more for minorities. We need to do more. So yes, here we are. That is my journey, and that's my mission, is to continue to represent all Latinas in my own capacity and raise the standard, raise the respect, and carry forward our mission to help each other.
And Abril, you've been, as a Latina, as a woman, as a millennial, what about Self was, at this point in your life, in this stage in your life, you felt this was the job I needed, and this is the job that I should be in to, help get me to whatever you feel, whatever your purpose is, in life. So as someone who, was another person who, I feel the conversation we had, we've always kind of talked about just like the different ideas and things that we can do to help better Self. What about it for you though, when it comes to your heritage and just you as whatever identity you want to use at the time, that Self is the job for you, and how you kind of intertwine those things?
Right. Well, when I hear about Self, one thing that I really liked, and I still love it, is that not only you're gonna treat people right is something that you're gonna help your community. So while you're working, you're actually working to improve yourself. I feel it feels so great to go to work every day and that you're able to help people just like you that can start from nothing, from scratch, and help them to build themselves up. So I believe we not only repair or improve home, but we actually try to improve those family we help. We try to provide them knowledge, man. We try to advise them how to become, how to use their credit, how to make a smart decision when it comes to their spendings in their life. So that you cannot say that often, and it feels great that you can have that lock back from your clients, uh, that they feel comfortable with you enough, that you're on the same shoes as them, and that you're able to provide an option to those that has been, pushed away sometimes, either your credit or wherever you're coming from, and of course the language barrier, that we can help those that sometimes are not heard. So definitely for me has been a great journey, and the fact that I come from, I have been here in this country a few years back, 3, 4 years, and of course I have built myself, and this self has built myself even better, has improved me too, and I can say that I'm gonna be the youngest one in the organization, and we also can help those that they're starting to build their life, they're starting to build their homes. If you are a single woman, if you have just a recent family, we can provide you the knowledge and the help that those people are going to need, and that little push, to improve their quality of life as well.
Awesome.
Well
And that
said.
brings us into the core of what we're doing here, which is self is an opportunity for homeowners, working class families to get low interest loans to have with home improvements within their homes. So, I think this is a great time. Maybe, Monica, could you just help us with, explaining what kind of opportunities that self offers for those within the Hispanic working class, but also just minorities and working class in general, for home improvements? Could you just kind of take the time just to tell our audience just a couple of the opportunities that we do offer here at Self for those working class families?
Yeah, of course. We have different programs. That we have able to help them. For veterans, for women, we have programs with low interest rates. We have the good thing that we do is like we look at their credit there, but I mean not the way that a regular financing company will do. We can just look at the ability to pay the loan back, which a lot of people, we all have hardships in our lives. We all have something in the past that maybe affect right now we can't get anything good because of that credit, the bad decision. Oh, sometimes it's not even the decision, it's just the hardship that we have. And so we can help them just to go and find something better. Now, the relationship that we build with them, the way that we have the one-on-one with them, we take them since the first moment that they filled out an application all the way to the end of the project. We help them like step by step. And I think that is something that not like a bank or a regular financing company do. Yeah, we have several programs for each person.
Okay. And I mean, Laura, you're in the chat. So question for you, what makes Self different from a bank loan? What is the difference from me walking to a bank, getting a loan from these traditional banks that we're so used to, and then going and working with Self to get a loan? What is the difference, and why will one be better than the other?
That's a great question. I have I hate to admit that 20 plus years, because then you know how old I am, and I'm not 20. So I have 20 plus years in the lending field. And I think it's the values that we have here at Self are we put people before the product, meaning that we truly care about the person sitting in front of us or we're answering the phone for. When you would go into a bank, it's a turn and burn situation. You sit down with the client and it's about numbers and it's not about people. And here truly, banks like to say that they have a position in the bank called a relationship banker. And that's not what it is. That's what we do, is we build a relationship. I mean, we're concerned about our customers to the fact that we have gone out and done wellness checks because they haven't answered our phone calls. And we are paid to, it's the culture that we have here. And, being a Mexican American, there are three things in my family that were important: was you work hard, you're loyal, and your family. And those are the things that this company, or organization, I should say, allows me to do, and do it freely. And it comes from the top down, and we can express it to our clients. And that allows us a freedom that we become, those clients become members of our own family. And that's the difference, is that there is a warm fuzzy when those clients leave us, and they stay in contact. I back in February, I was January, I was a little ill, and one of my clients, she asked for my address because she sent me a get well card. So those are the relationships that you build, and the clients truly appreciate the time and effort that we take with them, and we truly appreciate them as well, because we're continually learning from them.
And Henry, can I add, to just summarize and try to explain to people who are maybe watching us, what we do in a very concrete way, okay? And what you all said great things, but I think we want to point out that Self is a nonprofit lender. We're a community lender, which means that we're really here for a mission. And what is our mission? It is to facilitate, to provide small unsecured loans. So our loans are not tied to the property. They're not mortgages. You're not going to have a lien. So they are easy loans for improving homes, like our slogan says. And what makes us different from a lending perspective is that we look at the loan application or our clients through the lens of an ability to repay. What does that mean? We don't want to give a loan to somebody that's going to put them in a bad financial position. If you're already overly in debt, why would we give you a loan? Well, other lenders may push loans because that's their mission, to push loans. We're saying we will lend you, we will give you an unsecured loan to do a critical, very important home improvement. And that home improvement is going to help you save money on energy. So it's an energy efficiency loan. A clear example of that is a high efficiency air conditioner. What we call a climate resilience loan. What is that? It's a roof. It's a roof that's going to protect you against storms and hurricanes. It's a high standard roof. We're not going to replace a roof with a poor quality roof, because when we replace your roof, we're going to make sure that that not only keeps your home safe and your family. So we're saving money through energy efficiency by reducing your energy bills. We're saving you money through insurance. We're increasing the quality of life, which Abril was talking about, and Lori and everybody here has mentioned that, the safety of the families in those homes. We're also going to do water quality loans. So if you need to connect to the sewer system, you have a septic tank and it's leaking and it's costs of maintenance and cleaning, whatever, then we can give you a loan for that too. We can do impact windows, hurricane shutters. And solar is kind of the last step. When you have made your home efficient, when you have the weatherized, insulated, gotten a high efficiency air conditioner, put a good roof on your home, then you want to think about solar. And because solar is now affordable, once you've sealed up your home, you can put a small system on your home, and it's going to basically wipe out your energy bill, and you're going to pay a minimum connection fee, and we can finance that. Now, our financing, our loans are going to be approved based on your ability to repay. So you can have zero credit score. And I want everybody to listen to this. You don't need a minimum credit score. We will pull credit, like Monica said, and we report because we help you rebuild your credit or build up your credit. But we're not going to make a decision based on your credit score because we don't see you as a number or as a score. We see you as a person who wants and needs an opportunity to prove that you're credit worthy. So many people are credit worthy, and the credit score does not say that, right? So we will walk you through this process. If you have zero credit score, like we have clients, widows of veterans that never had credit because all the credit was in their husband's name. Well, they couldn't get a loan from anywhere. The bank was rejecting them. A predatory lender was going to lend them at up to 400% a year, right? They're very high interest loans, short term. Well, that's no way to treat somebody who owns their home, who's able to repay a small loan, who deserves to have a new roof on their home. They can come to us. And with a zero credit score, we have a special program called Kiva. And through Kiva, we can give them a 5% 5-year loan to do a home improvement, as long as they have fixed income or whatever type of income that can cover the small payments. Our loans are low cost, are accessible, and it's very important what Abril and my colleagues were mentioning about the fact that we will also walk you through the process of budgeting. We will make sure that the price that the contractor gives you is right. So just quickly on the contractor base, we have a contractor network that's pre-approved and vetted. So we will make sure that whoever you are choosing from our list gets the job done right within compliance, code, and all that, but also that you're happy. So we will approve a loan. We issue the notice to proceed to the contractor that you choose. The contractor does the job when they submit their papers. And when you tell us that you're happy with the job, we pay the contractor. So everybody wins. The contractor is paid, he's secure. You as a client are secure and safe because there's not going to be price gouging. There's not going to be a bad job done that we're going to finance. So I'm hoping that really gets people interested in learning more about self. Yeah. And don't be afraid to come to us. Don't be afraid. If you have a bankruptcy, if you have low credit score, we can work with you. Do we have Spanish speakers in the audience that would like any information in Spanish?
I don't see anything in Spanish right now in the comments.
No. No, not as of now, but if we do, again, you also can ask questions because at the end of this, we will take some time for questions, whether you are Spanish speaking or English. But I do, the information you gave is great. But one of the biggest thing is, and one of the reasons why I want to do this was just as much as you can overly explaining exactly what self is, how it helps, and the specifics of it all so that people can really understand what it is and understand why it helps you. And speaking of that, you brought up a great thing, which was contractors. One of the other missions is for us to onboard more minority contractors within the areas that we work in, which is a big thing. So I want to know, Monica, can you just kind of help us, and talk about how self-financing helps Latino and minority contractors as well?
Sure, yes. I actually today, this morning, I had a talk with one, it's a small air conditioning company here in the area. They're a Spanish family, and it's a good opportunity for us to help them as well, just bring them aboard to work with us so they can help the community. And like I said before, it's because of the language for the people who speak Spanish, they can they can explain better what they're doing. They can they feel more like they feel comfortable just talking to and the opportunities that they have that we have with them to give them more jobs, secure jobs, and that's what we're looking for. We're just excited and to just get more people, more contractors on board, so we can just
tell them about our mobile app.
Or mobile app. Oh, we do have an app. It's a mobile app where the contractors can, and once they go to, they have a client, they're there with the client, they can just go to the mobile app, they can put all the information and get pre-approvals. Just because we go by the budget, by the expenses, they can just put everything there with the income and get pre-approvals. It's very easy and it's quick, and they can have an idea they how much money they can be approved for. And either the contractor can do it for them, or we can do it as well.
Thank you for that. As you guys see, I'm playing around with some of these tools here. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can put somebody up there. But
director.
But no, I agree. And, I think the beautiful thing is the fact that not only is self willing to and wanting to bring on more contractors, but a lot of times too in minority communities, a lot of people haven't taken those certain steps when it comes to insurance and things like that. A lot of people are like, operating under a certain level, and especially in minority communities. And I find that the goal is not to not work with them or push them away, but find ways we can work with people to show people how they can be certified, how they can be in a level where they can become a contractor and really become an asset to their homes, to their business, to their communities, which is something that I'm hoping to work with some of the different leaders we have in the Treasure Coast to put on events to bring people in who have everything and doing everything, but they don't have those certain logistics to allow them to operate at a bigger capacity. So I'm excited about that too. Hopefully we can do some things to kind of help educate people.
Yeah, and Henry,
on those things.
you need to let the audience know perhaps the link, maybe we can follow up with offering the link for the contractors to sign up. It's absolutely free. There's no cost to the contractor for using us as a financing tool. So, for example, a small minority contractor, Latino, like Monica said, perhaps, has a little bit of a language barrier, wants to serve their community, but also knows that the community may be a working class community that doesn't have a lot of access to funding, to financing. So an interesting note is that here in Florida, we have a very large population of underbanked people. So people that aren't using traditional, banking services. Well, that contractor can go to those neighborhoods that he knows, the Latino neighborhoods or the minority neighborhoods, and say, guess what? We are now affiliated to Self, and we can offer you financing through the Self programs, and you don't have to worry about whether your credit score is enough or you have enough, banking history and all of that. So just everything all our tools are online, and we want to encourage our communities, our Hispanic, Latino, Black communities, minority communities, everyone, to check us out and to see us as a tool that's available to them to fix up their homes and save money and be safer, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Actually, so while you're talking, I have just posted the link straight that goes directly to our contractor page on the Self page. So if you guys would like to not only, even if you're not a contractor, but someone who is a contractor, you can share that link that I just recently posted, and it will allow you to go to the page to learn more, not only about Self, but how you can become a contractor, help contractors, community, get to the places they need to be able to become one and work with us, because that's one thing that we've been promoting, and you guys have pressed, local support, not only homeowners, but local contractors with a lot of the opportunities you guys get when you secure these loans and people need new ACs or new roofs. We also would love to put back by helping and working with local contractors as well.
Exactly.
So, which kind of brings me to, slightly brings me to a question that I would like, I ask you, Lori, what opportunities specifically do you feel Self can offer working class families for home improvements within the Hispanic community, and why do you think it's so important that we specify sometimes the need to help minorities when it comes to home improvement loans?
It's having equality and accessibility for everyone. And I always like to say, if you have an 800 credit score, you can find financing anywhere. You can pick your term, you can pick your interest rate. What our focus is being able to provide an affordable interest rate for somebody that's hardworking that they're working, but unfortunately at the end of the day, they're not able to put money in the savings account for a rainy day, because they're all about their family, probably pushing their kids through school and their education. And so when the rainy day comes, that's when self comes in, is we're able to, from the beginning, provide them with advice, going over the quotes that they receive from their contractors and educating them about the process of getting the affordable loan, what interest rates. Our interest rates begin at 5%. So now with somebody that may have not a credit score that's less than 700, you may not find that. That's where self comes in, is we're going to be able to provide you with that affordable interest rate. And what we're going to try to do is take a look at the ability to pay is a huge factor. That's an equalizer. So you may have had an issue in the past because of medical collections. You had an illness that you couldn't foresee, and now you have medical collections. What we're looking at is, and your credit score doesn't define who you are. And exactly. I think that's unfortunate that some people, because if they had a bankruptcy, they wear that like it's a brand on them, and that's not it at all. What we're here to do is provide that accessibility and equality across the board for people that may not be able to find a loan. And that's why we're here, is to help them with that home improvement and make it accessible and affordable to them.
Well said.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing. I love it. I appreciate, the input, and like I say, you guys all are so insightful. And that's one of the reasons why I thought it would be great to just have a day with, talking with you all and sharing information with your experience, working for self, and just also just being great people in general, and activists in your community in your own way. So those are the questions I have. I want to give the opportunity. We had a great audience today kind of tuning in with us. I just want to give you guys all the opportunity to say some last words or information that you feel people might need to know before we end this broadcast. Again, we are doing this every second and fourth Sunday, so they'll see you again eventually at some point. But this is just some last words, starting with Juwan.
Well, thank you, Henry. I think this is great. It's a wonderful opportunity to share, what we do, but also for people to get to know us, because like I work behind the scenes, I'm raising capital, trying to bring millions of dollars to our community so we can do this work. So I think that people need to know who's doing this work. So thank you for exposing us and allowing us to introduce ourselves to the communities. And I guess the last thing I would say is, Hispanics, minorities, I'm sorry, I'm using Hispanics and Latinos kind of interchangeably, but have suffered disproportionately from everything from COVID to energy burdens to high financing costs. And it's time that we really start, I like the term that Lori used, equalizing things, right? It's equitable. Right. It's equitable lending and equitable opportunities. So just know that we are here to really advance not only the clean energy, which benefits our environment, because every time we do one of these improvements, we're reducing our carbon footprint, but really it's the social and economic justice aspect that we care about moving forward. So join us in this mission and reach out to us if you have a need, and feel free to share and go online and check us out. And just thank you to everybody for your trust. Gracias.
Awesome. And Monica?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The same, just like, well, thank you for having us and give us the opportunity to talk about what we do. So, yeah, to my people, please just give us a call. Just ask questions. We'll be happy to help you, give you a lot of information. Contractors, you know what? Just give us a call. We can help you with a lot of business the same way that you can help us to provide services to our clients. And yeah, just calls. Reach out to us and find out.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, I would just like to say that if you know somebody either a friend or a family that you know they're in need. For instance, if you see that they have a broken window, then you need doors, disability products, please provide all information to them. Just share our information, and we'll be more than happy to help them. And of course, if you have a friend or family as well that is a contractor and you would like to help them in their business, provide your information so we can help them and vet them and include them in our website, and they can become a self-approved contractor and help them with their business. Okay.
Awesome. And Lori.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to meeting all of soon-to-be new family members, because that's how we consider all of our new clients. So thank you for the opportunity. Feel free to give us a call if you need advice on a home improvement. That's what we're here for. So we're here to walk you through the process, and I look forward to speaking with all of you. Gracias.
Awesome. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, again, ladies of self, Latinas in self, for joining me today, Henry Duhart, to talk about not only the importance and the resources that you offer, but also to show people that you are people in the community doing great things, and getting to know you much better. Talking about the Empowerment Fund, talking about the strides that self is trying to make to give more opportunities for low interest loans for working class families and minority communities throughout Florida. You know, we're not trying to, there's no one who cannot receive this help. So you guys, you know, I appreciate you for allowing this audience to learn more and talk more. You can also, again, that link at the top is to our website, where you can find out more information and find out contact information. You can also contact any one of us here in this chat, and we will get with you. However you get to us, just get to us, and we'll help guide you through the rest of the process. Again, thank you so much, and thank you for self for this opportunity and this platform to share and help people here in the community. So if you're looking for a low interest home improvement loan, and you're a working class family member, or you know somebody who is a contractor or a contractor yourself, and you're looking to help not only your community, but help an organization become greater and more effective in our cause, click the links below that we have. We will be back again the 4th Sunday of this month. And so continue to have a great week. And thank you to the ladies of self, Dewan, Monica, Lori, and Abril, for joining us today.
You.
See you guys next time.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Feliz día.
Gracias.